Hello everyone! As you know, Kwismas Island is officially open and there is a plethora of things to do. So where do you start first? Well, you've clicked on the right video, because in this video I'm going to show you some of the first things you should do to hit the ground running for your Kwismas Island experience. I'm going to point out some easy quests to get going on, especially if you're running solo. I'm going to walk you through how to gain access to the Kwismas Workshop NPCs so you can start spending those chocolate commas. I'm also going to point out some things that you can do to prepare yourself for some future quest guides that I've already got in the works. If you could do me a huge favor, just smack that like button to show your support. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help the channel out. And if you're new here and you like Dofus PVM tips, guides, and gameplay, well, that's what this channel is all about. Consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you know exactly when my videos go live. All right, let's do this. Alright, the very first thing you should do is come over here to 7-4 and pick up this zap. Anytime you leave Kwismas Island, zapping back to here is going to be the quickest way to get you back to Kwismas Island. So pick this up. From the zap, go over 1 and up 2, and you'll find yourself right here at 8-6, where you have Hector Kwismas. He's the person you got to talk to get over there, so that's what you need to do next. The last thing I'll point out that you do when you first arrive in Kwismas, as soon as you get off the boat, run over here to Leo Slayer and talk to him. Talking to Leo is going to give you the Kwismas Stars quest, which is going to be a future guide that I have coming out, but this is where you're going to pick that up so that you can start working towards that even in this video. Alright, next I'm going to point out a quest that you can do that 1, gets you good XP, 2, gets you good commas, 3, you can do it solo, super easy, and 4, it starts working you towards one of those 6 stars that you need called the Workshop Star. You're going to come over here to -32, -86, and go inside. Right over here with the blue quest marker, you're going to talk to Vlad the Blimplar. You're going to offer to help. He's going to give you this chestnut supplies quest, which is super easy. Basically, what you're going to do, we're just going to step outside here, and if you tap the Y button on your keyboard, see all the things that are lighting up? The Y button will show you anything clickable on a map that you're on. And as you can see, these little red Christmas boxes are lighting up. There's 3 of them here. What you're going to do is go to click on one of those. It's going to be a short little animation, and you get a chestnut from every one of these. So you can run around, and you can just run through all of Kwismas Island and pick these up. Now what you need to complete this quest is 30 of these total. Well, when you start running around, you can easily lose track of how many you got. So here's what I would do. Open up your inventory, click on quest items. Right here you're gonna find iced chestnuts. Drag that down and put it on your inventory bar. Now, as you run around and you pick up more of these chestnuts, your total will be showing right there, and you don't have to keep going into your inventory to see what number you're at. I just changed to 3. Another nice thing about that too is if you're starting to get close to that 30 mark, you can start working your way back towards the workshop so that hopefully when you hit that 30 mark, you're already right back here. Once you have 30, you're going to come back here, come inside, talk to Vlad, and that completes the quest. Now, how this works you towards the Workshop Star is you only have to do that 7 times. Once you've done it 7 times, you get the Workshop Star. Now, you can only do this once a day, I believe, unless they've changed it. I believe it's once every 24 hours. This is one that you want to come up here, do this first, or what I like to do is I like to pick this up before I start going out fighting, and then I just pick up the chestnuts as I'm fighting, and then before I log off, I just make sure to swing by here and turn in the quest. That's the easiest way to kind of be knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Next, let's get you access to this Kwismas door over here on the left. If you click on it right now and you have not done the quest needed for this, you can't get in there. Well, inside there are where all the NPCs are that will sell you stuff with those chocolate commas that you're dropping. So let's get you access. Okay, to gain access, you're going to talk to Nicholas Kwismas right here. One thing you can do first, though, that's going to help maybe speed up the process for you, save you a little bit of time. For this quest, you're going to need 1 Strubian Raymond wool, 1 Milliboo wolf hair, 1 flax string, and 1 gobble slobber. You're going to use that at a different step in this, but I figured I'd go ahead and point that out to you now in case you want to zip back and get it so that you don't have to stop halfway through. But you're going to talk to Nicholas Kwismas here and pick up his quest. And he's basically going to say that you need to make a toy. But to do that, first we're going to come over here to -28, -89, and talk to Blimpover. Once you're here, you're going to talk to Blimpover, explain that you need a toy. He's going to ask you to go fish out his bag. His bag's going to be located at the same location as the freezing emote here at -31, -88. All right, once you're here, if you click your little Y button, you'll notice that they're highlighting this little brown square thing. That's his bag. You want to click that, and that gets you Blimpover's bag. Now you're going to run back and pass that back to him. Once you're here, you're going to hand him the bag, and he's going to give you one ruined toy. Now what you need is a new toy. So this is where we're going to go back to the Kwismas Workshop. Once you're here, you're going to go inside the workshop, and you're going to click on the door over here on the right-hand side. There's no padlock on this one. See, there's a padlock on that one. We're going to go in here to the right, and you're going to click on this little gear piece of the machine. You're going to click that to make a toy. Now here's where having all 4 of those resources ahead of time saves you some time. So you can click this and craft it. Now we're going to step right back outside this room, and we're going to hand this to NEXT Kwismas. And there you go. That should gain you access to this room over here. And in here is where the NPCs are for spending all those chocolate commas that you're racking up. Okay, now I'm going to point out some of the achievements that can be accomplished through here. Some will be easy, some will be more difficult, depending on your level, but I figured there's a few here worth pointing out in case you didn't know they were in the list. The first several that you got are just the dungeon achievements, and there's an extra one in here compared to a lot, and it's this chrono one, which basically means that you beat the dungeon in 9 turns or less. So it's kind of an extra dungeon achievement associated with Kwismas Island, so that's kind of a cool touch. The next 3 I'll point out to you is this Tears of Haven, Land of Contusion, and Eye of the Taiga. Eye of the Taiga. It's kind of like the monster achievement, but basically you're going to defeat one of each type of the enemies in the designated area. So the low level, mid level, high level. You beat each one of those while beating a fight challenge, and that's how you unlock all 3 of those achievements. The top to tail achievement here is basically exploring every section of Kwismas Island. So you'll want to run to all 3 dungeon locations, all 4 layers. The first layer is right here at -28, -88. Another one is over here at -33, -91. There's one here at -37, -87. And the last one is here at -35, -89. Those are where the 4 layers are located, in case you weren't aware. Okay, these 4 right here, the Kwismas Goblin achievements here, it says to craft 1 Scarlet Kwismas gift, 5, 25, and 50. Back inside the Kwismas Workshop in the toy room, that's the door off to the right, there's this wrapping station right here. If you come over here and you put 1 wrapping paper, which you can buy from the NPCs right over there in the room next to us, and you have access to that now. You can buy some wrapping paper, you put a blank label, and then any item that you want inside of here. And what you're going to do is craft it into a Kwismas gift. The blank labels can be picked up from Benjamight right outside the toy workshop right here. Come out here, you can purchase those from him, so don't go to the market, don't buy them in merch mode from somebody. Just come here and buy them for 10 commas a piece, super cheap. You can get your wrapping paper from inside here at the NPCs. And like I said, you're going to click on this, put those 3 items in there, and then you can wrap it. Now, one thing that you can do, at least you used to be able to do it, I think you still can. If you were to put 50 labels, 50 wrapping papers, and 50 of the same resource, so like a wheat, a ruin, anything that you can get real cheap in big bulk, put 50 of each of those at one time. You can craft all 50 at one time and get all 4 of those achievements at one time. It's amazing. It's just boom, it's done. And then it also makes it a little easier to open them, because then you can just put them down here on your inventory bar and double click them to open them all back up if you don't want to keep them inside of a Christmas gift. All right, the next one I'll point out to you, which is one of my favorites, it's simply opening Kwismas gift. You get achievements for 1, 10, 100, and 1,000. The nice thing is, as you do these, when you make the achievement, I get the XP reward, but I believe you also get Kwismas gifts in this reward as well. I don't, because I've already accomplished this achievement on another character, so that's something that is unique only to the first time that you do it. One thing I do recommend is wait and open those right before you log off, because every Kwismas gift is 1 pot apiece. However, the things that you will open up could be 2, 3, 10, 50 pods a piece. You can even get the cannonball, which I think is 500 pods a piece. If you open a bunch of those while you're out running around and suddenly you go over your limit, well, it could kind of stink to have to run all the way back to your bank to try to deposit it or put it in your haven bag or whatever. Whereas if you wait until you're done for the day, go ahead and go to your bank, then open all your presents. That way you can just throw it all in the bank when you're done. So that's something I found that's a little easier and more convenient than just opening them as soon as I get them out and about. Oh, another thing I'll point out too is the dungeon Kwismas boxes, the bigger ones that you get from the bosses, those don't count towards this. So don't save up like 100 of those and go to open them all up to try to make your achievements, because that won't count. It has to be regular Kwismas gifts. All right, and the last set of achievements that I'll point out to you, there's a lot in here. You know, you might want to comb through that and see what else there is, but the last two that I'll point out in this video are these sweets and treats. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to eat one of each one of these. Now, a couple of these I think you can only get through quests. I think the Minito balls. Oh, I just realized what that says. Anyways, I think you can only get him from get this one from actually fighting him. But if you don't have the ability to get the chocolate kamas, because some of these things you will buy just from the NPCs inside of that workshop. If you don't have the ability to get the higher level kamas, if you're a lower level, these things are also purchasable in the consumables market. So it's not uncommon for people to get extras of these and go put them in the market to try to sell them. So that can be a way to get some of those that maybe you can't get your hands on. If you wanted to knock out both sets of those as well. All right, and the last couple things here I'm going to point out are some things you can maybe do to get you ready for my next quest guide, or perhaps just some things to know so that you can go ahead and start moving forward on some of those other quests if you don't want to wait for my guide. My plan is for my next Kwismas guide to be how to get all the way through that Kwismas Stars quest, all 6 quests, and get the Slay Hound for yourself. So that's the video that I'll be working on next. If you start working on that by yourself and you hit a snag, hopefully that guide is going to help you get past anything that you might run into on there. But I'm going to give you a few pointers here on how to get set up nicely for that. 1, do that chestnuts quest I pointed out to you. You got to do it 7 times, and Kwismas Island is only open for 4 weeks. That basically means you need to do it at least once every 4 days, because you can't do it more than once a day. So go ahead and hop on that today. If at all possible, start knocking those out. You can do it all 28 days and still make those kamas and the XP, so it could be handy for you. But if you're wanting to make sure you get that star, start on that one right away. Another star you can go ahead and knock out, hopefully pretty easy, is this Beat Kwismas Dungeons, the Itzing star. This is basically the low level dungeon. All you got to do is beat it. If you beat it, that's how you get that star. This one down here, Harry Kwismas, the Dungeon Star. This is actually a quest that takes place off of Kwismas Island. If you come over here to the Amakna Village Zap, very popular Zap, and run straight across till you get to the Elio portal. Right here, I believe you're going to find Harry Kwismas. You talk to him, and he's going to assign you a dungeon that you have to go beat. The dungeon that you have to go fight is dependent upon your level. Now, he gives you 2 quests. One is associated with the star, one is not. I'll give a full guide on this later, but if you want to get at least prepared for this, one of the things that determine how good the rewards are that you get for this is you need to have a Father Kwismas hat and a Father Kwismas cape. The more of those pieces you wear, like you can run the dungeon without either of those on, and you get the low level dungeon Kwismas gift. If you wear one piece, you get the next level up. If you wear both pieces to beat the boss, you will get the ultra powerful Kwismas gifts, which those are fantastic. So you might want to go ahead and get your hands on one of both of those so that you've got them on you, so that when that guide comes out, you're set to try to maximize your potential there. Again, you can run that quest multiple times if you want to, but that's something you could do now to get a jump start, hopefully before all those hats and cloaks are gone. Oh, and one other thing about that, you only have to be wearing the 2 pieces or the 1 piece for the boss fights. You can wear all your regular gear through the dungeon, and just remember to put them on for the boss fight. All right, I hope this was helpful with getting your first steps onto Kwismas Island. I've got more guides to come. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on those Kwismas guides, consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you know immediately when it arrives. And if you could do me one favor, if you haven't already, and smack that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, you all be safe out there, and I will see you on the next one.